What is up guys, welcome back to another trade recap on the channel. Today I'm gonna show you how I made $5,000 again. Winning streak is still cooking. So first of all, I'm gonna show you my P&L from the whole entire month because this is my best month ever. And also we are gonna dive deeper into the trade that I actually took. So let's get started. So as you can see, every single week and every single day was actually green because I was just taking A+ trades, the best possible entries that I could get. And as you can see, I also didn't take a trade every single day. You can see this whole week on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday I didn't take any trades, and today on Thursday I took this beautiful A+ trade and I made $5,000. So let's dive deeper into this trade. So first of all, if we are starting with analysis, we are gonna start from the daily time frame. As you can see, still drawn liquidity is gonna be this low over here, and this fair value gap is holding the price. So this low over here and also this low here is going to be our main drawn liquidity, because we can clearly see that we are bearish. Market is respecting this volume imbalance. Then we can see displacement to the downside, and then again you can see this bearish fair value gap holding the price, and we are going to also target these lows. So overall we are bearish on the daily time frame. On the 4-hour time frame it is still the same thing. You can see even bigger bearish fair value gap holding the price, and also all the bearish ones are getting disrespected. So this is pretty much telling you the whole story. And as you can see, we also have some sort of the low resistance liquidity resting. Then if we scale over to the 1 hour, you can also see this low resistance liquidity with this main drawn liquidity over here. So pretty much every single time frame from daily, 4 hour, 1 hour is going to be bearish. And just keep in mind that we are sweeping and manipulating above the highs, which means we are taking buy side liquidity, and immediately after we took the buy side liquidity, what did happen with this bullish gap? We are inversing that gap, and also that inverse gap is getting disrespected, which is called balanced price range, and every single bearish PDRA is perfectly getting respected. So it is very easy to read market. So with that in mind, after we know that market is sweeping buy side liquidity, that we are respecting bearish gaps, we can scale even lower to, let's say, 15-minute time frame to see what is market actually doing. So I'm just gonna replay over here because this setup was at around 11:30, if I'm right. Yeah, it was around 11:30. And as you can see, market created some sort of range. So this is high and this was the low of the range. So what I did, I was just waiting to see one side getting manipulated, and it was this high over here actually, if I'm being precise. So this high over here, and also if you drag your box you can see that this was the range low and this was the range high. So with overall bearish buzz and with overall bearish fair value gap delivery on the hard time frame, the only thing that I was looking for was the sweep of liquidity. So if I play back the price, you can see how that happens. So I'm just gonna leave this. You can see range high and you can see range low, and I was just pretty much waiting for the first high or low to be taken out, and boom, here we go. Manipulation happened above the highs, which means I'm gonna look to take some shorts. It is very simple. So the only thing that we are missing right now is gonna be our entry model, which is always gonna be inversion of the fair value gap on the lower time frame. But since this fair value gap was something that I can take, because if I took an entry here, my stop loss would be above all these highs, and I really wanted to see something around here closure, which means over here would already be like 1-to-1, which means I need to wait for something more cleaner in the market, and I just scaled to the lower time frame, and that's all I did. So after the sweep of liquidity, after the inversions of all of these fair value gaps, market was really telling me that we are like 100% bearish. So I was waiting for some sort of retracement, as you can see, and here we go. This is the retracement, and the first fair value gap that was presented was here. So keep in mind, we retrace back to the 50% of the range. We have BPR delivery, which is bearish fair value gap on steroids, let's say like that, and also we have beautiful inversion with strong closure underneath. So I'm just gonna replay the price, and here we go. So when I saw this closure over here, and when I saw all these lows resting over here, all this low resistance liquidity, I was like, with any hesitation in, because I just knew that market is gonna deliver at least towards these lows, and that was actually my take profit, and my stop loss was above the last candle. And if I play the price, you can also see that internal price action was swept, which means buy side liquidity over here was swept, and then instantaneous inversion kind of V-shape. That is something that I just like the most. And if I play the price, you can see how beautifully it played out, and also this bearish value gap one more time got perfectly respected. So as you can see, every single time when we are respecting bearish gaps in this price section over here, market is delivering towards the sell side liquidity. So that was pretty much it from me from today. The reason why I didn't take any trades inside of this range is simply because I don't like to take any trades inside of the range. As you can see, most likely you're gonna get stopped out, or your trade is gonna hesitate, or whatsoever. So the only thing that I was looking for was sweep of this range, which was this high over here, like I told you, and then manipulation and move to the opposite side. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this recap. As you can see, you only need to wait for those A+ setups. I didn't take a trade the whole week, and today I took something that I was most confident in, and I made $5,000. Simple as that. So if you are enjoying these recaps, make sure to smash that subscribe to never miss another one, and I'm gonna see you in another one. Peace.